Hey, if you're looking to overcome your fear of public speaking or just improve your public speaking while you're doing it, you've come to the right place. Let's get into it.
What you getting into?
When I was 16, I got fired from my job as a DJ at a teen dance club because I was too scared to talk on the microphone. Now flash forward to a few years ago, I was standing on the 50-yard line of a stadium packed with 20,000 people leading halftime activities at a charity football game, and I was having the time of my life. Now see, it took me many years of experience, some education, and a lot of maturity to get from A to B, but today I'm going to share with you 4 crucial pieces of advice that I wish somebody would have given me way back then. Starting with number 1, and probably the most important piece of advice. Get out of your own damn head. For the vast majority of people, public speaking is one of the scariest things they could ever be asked to do. In fact, year after year, numerous studies show that people are just terrified of public speaking. This really irrational fear all stems from the stories that we tell ourselves, such as, oh, I'm no good at public speaking, or people are going to make fun of me because I'm too fat, I'm too skinny, I'm too tall, I'm too short, I'm not very attractive, I have a zit on my forehead, blah, blah, blah. Now, while it is important to look professional, and everybody feels more confident the better they look, when you're giving a speech or a presentation, it's not a fashion show or a photo shoot. In fact, your physical appearance probably only accounts for about 0.5% of the whole thing. By and large, your audience doesn't give a rat's behind what you look like. It's all about the information and your presentation. People are terrified of failing, and they think that they'll ultimately be humiliated and made fun of. But the truth is the audience is really on your side. They don't want to see you mess up. In fact, they're eager to hear what you have to say, and they want you to do well. Think of the last speech or presentation that you sat through. Just before it got started, did you sit there and think, boy, I hope this person really sucks, and I hope they just blow it? Of course not. And if they did you really make fun of them? If anything, you felt kind of bad for them, right? And if you did actually make fun of them, well, you're probably just an asshole, and this video really isn't for you anyway. Focus on what you're providing to the audience, like you're giving advice to a friend or telling a story to a family member, rather than focusing on yourself and your appearance. Because really, nobody cares about that. When you're giving a speech or presentation, literally the only person making it about you is you. Knock it off. Unless you are trying to be terrible, audiences can be very forgiving, if for no other reason they're just happy it's you up there and not them. Number 2, practice and prepare. The best way to overcome your anxiety about anything is to prepare, and then prepare some more. Nothing becomes muscle memory until you practice it relentlessly. Take the time to go over your notes and outlines many, many, many times. Hundreds of times. And once you know your material like the back of your hand, go over your full speech at every available opportunity. Start with a safe, controlled environment. Be alone without any distractions at all. Practice that speech or presentation dozens of times. More is better. Then when you have your speech down pat, practice with a lot of distractions. Practice giving your speech with the radio and the TV both playing at high volume. Or encourage your friends and family members to continuously try to talk to you while you're giving your speech. Now, when you can give that speech or presentation with near chaos going on around you, you are primed to deliver and be successful. Now, here I have to give a little word of caution. I strongly advise against videotaping yourself until you're very experienced and comfortable with public speaking. You're going to focus only on the negative things, and we are our own worst critics. My best advice? Get a friend or a family member to critique your performance. Practice, practice, practice until you're as comfortable giving that speech as you are tying your own shoes. Think about it. You don't get nervous tying your own shoes because by now it's second nature, right? Make your speech near second nature, most of that anxiety will just disappear. Number 3, be authentic. Being authentic starts with talking to your audience, not reading to them. Some people are under this delusion that reading their speech or presentation is this really clever way to cover up their nervousness. It's not. and your audience is going to see right through that. Reading your speech verbatim from a script or from slides just wrecks your connection with the audience, and nothing will make them tune you out quicker. If your audience wanted to be read to, they'd go to story time at the library or just fire up an audiobook. Because you already know the material inside and out from step 2, a brief outline is all you really need to keep you on track and keep you talking to your audience, not reading to them. Now, being authentic also means allowing your personality to come through. What I mean is, be yourself. You're not a talking head robot. You'll establish far more credibility, and your audience will trust what you have to say if they see you as a real person. Don't be afraid to use some humor. Tell an emotional story, or give some context to your message with a clever anecdote. That way you'll be able to grab people's attention because audiences generally like a personal touch in a speech. Stories, anecdotes, emotions, and genuine personality can do all that. And finally, number 4. Get a conscious grip on your body. This really means 2 things. Slow down and knock off all the nervous gestures. As the Navy SEALs say, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Nothing shows nervousness more than racing through your presentation. Now, for example, the average rate of speech for English speakers is about 150 words per minute. Yet we've all seen someone giving a speech and they're at like double or triple that rate. It's almost like they're calling an auction. If you want to be able to engage your audience in a meaningful way, they have to actually hear and understand what you are saying. Slow down and breathe. Finally, understand that nonverbal communication carries most of your message. In fact, most experts agree that the nonverbals make up about 90% of all communication. Some of the most common mistakes that I see people make when they're giving a speech are doing things like rocking from side to side, making these continuous hand gestures, curling, playing with their hair, which for me is not an issue. All of these are just subconscious ways that we try to dissipate stress and anxiety. The problem is that when you do those things, that's what your audience is going to focus on, and they're going to completely lose sight of your message. So in summary, get out of your own head. Your speech is about your message, not about how you look. Practice, 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 and then practice some more. Be genuine. Show your personality, and do not read to your audience. Get a grip on yourself. Slow down, breathe, and quit fidgeting. If you have any more suggestions on how to get over your fear of public speaking or just how to give a better presentation, please leave a comment down below. Also, please remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. We'll see you next time. See what else I can get into.